You know, you're supposed to be defending me and Brenda in a wrongful death suit. Alexander Janicek has nothing to do with it.
Aside from the fact that Brenda shot him in the same situation nearly 4 years ago, the connection is obvious and damaging.
Yeah, great. Both cases were self-defense. Banovic worked for the Balkan. Alexander was the Balkan's son. They both tried to kill me. If not for Brenda, I'd be dead.
But you had to cover it up.
Yeah, you know, I did the best I could at the time.
Meaning you dumped Alexander's body in a swamp and walked away. Did you really think no one would ever find out?
Look, this guy was the scum of the earth. He was a waste of oxygen. We'd all be better off if he was still in the swamp.
This case is far more complicated than I expected.
Well, then why don't you just settle and get it over with?
I would love nothing more than that. But the Banovic family will not consider it. Even if what you're saying is true, and Alexander was attacking you, why didn't you call for help? He might have lived. Why didn't you arrest him on some charge? Why did you have no respect for the oath that you were sworn to uphold?
Are you really concerned about Alexander? He has nothing to do with anything.
Unless Brenda falls apart on the stand and tells the jury everything.
You know my life's not set up for kids. But that's not fair. To you, it shouldn't affect you.
What are you talking about, Jason? My life is just as dangerous. That's why I don't think it's right to have kids.
Okay, as long as you know that I support whatever you choose.
I mean, and even if I did want to try, I need better odds than 50-50. I don't think I could stand to lose another baby.
If it wasn't for me, you shouldn't even have to have this procedure.
Maybe if Reese pulled that trigger,
No, you were
Jason,
in my arms, Sam. And that's on me. And I don't want to keep you from having something that you really want.
I am happy. I was happy before I thought having kids was an option. Jason, I don't want to do this to myself. I don't want to make myself crazy. I don't want to be miserable. I love you. I love you. And I love our life together. I like this just the way it is.
I'm glad you're both here. I just saw Michael. I fear he's in trouble.
Aiden went right to sleep.
Oh, great. Thank you for putting him down. Geez, the house is so quiet with Aiden asleep and the boys at Graham's. Thought maybe we could trade in the pureed carrots for some Cabernet.
Yeah. Thank you. Dinner was wonderful.
Good. I'm glad you liked it.
I really appreciate the way you're sharing Aiden with me.
He's your son too, Nicholas. You can see him whenever you want.
It's good to know.
You sound awfully formal.
Sorry, it's just a bad habit, I guess.
I hope we don't always feel this distant. I know we've both made a lot of mistakes, but I thought we could put them behind us. I mean, come on, we've been friends forever. I was kind of hoping we could build on that.
I'll always regret the way I destroyed you and Lucky. It's one of the worst things I've ever done.
No, Lucky and I were already in serious trouble, or nothing would have ever happened between you and me. And we agreed that we weren't going to feel guilty for the rest of our lives. I'm ready to move on.
Good, I think we all are. Lucky and I are at least civil with one another, and he seems happy with Siobhan.
Yeah, so I've noticed.
Carrying around all this guilt isn't good for anyone, especially the boys. You gotta focus on the future.
Right, I'm really glad you said that because I have an idea. Here, look.
You're not reading the boys' Greek mythology.
Granted, I've had to tailor some of the stories, but Cameron is so into it all of a sudden.
I know. I was when I was his age. I remember my uncle took me on a tour of all the Greek islands one summer, and we had a great time. I'm sure I've got some pictures lying around somewhere.
Okay, so I was thinking, why don't we all take a trip to Greece for spring break? Cameron would love to see the places where these stories happen. And remember you said maybe one day we could all go together?
I did.
So, what do you say? It'll be fun. Come on, we could all use a break from Port Charles. I could start researching tours for the kids, or you could plan the whole thing. It wouldn't make a difference to me. It would just be so much fun.
Hey, oh my God. I'm so sorry. It's so cold out there. Look, you guys are never gonna believe this, but I got a flat tire and it just happened to be right in front of your house.
Spinelli didn't waste much time, did he?
He's concerned about you.
Abby comes by here almost every night. After I see her, I'll go back to the loft.
Okay, Abby asked you to leave her alone. That's what you need to do.
Alas, the Jackal has been neglecting his PI duties. There's a backlog of cyber surveillance to be conducted. There's precious little time to pursue the muse. Okay. Hey, is Jason around? He is not, but I will gladly tell him you stopped by. Good evening. Actually, I think you might be able to help. Well, not with due clearance from Stone Cold. As he mentioned security for Brenda's wedding, you will have to refer all security inquiries to Stone Cold. Do you know where the wedding's going to be, Spinelli? Well, I guess since the location is about to be embossed on many discreet and tasteful wedding invitations, I suppose revealing the location to you would not be a breach of security, so...
So where's it gonna be?
Oh, the Archer Pavilion?
It's right next to the museum, right?
That's correct. Right.
God, that could be a security nightmare.
Well, I'm sure Stone Cold has a plan.
Yeah, well, so does the Balkan.
Well, since no one can predict what Brenda might say on the stand, shouldn't you be working to keep her off of it?
That may not be an option. If opposing counsel finds out about Alexander Janacek, they can easily prove that you covered for Brenda on both occasions.
Well, you have to keep that from happening.
Well, I will do my best, but if that happens, you will be seen as a dirty cop, a liar, or even a murderer, since you refuse to get help for either victim.
I don't get you're supposed to be this great lawyer. Why don't you do something? File an injunction. Make anything about Alexander inadmissible.
I need to know what I'm keeping out, Detective.
You know what? You're supposed to be defending me and Brennan. It just feels like you're treating us as suspects.
You don't seem to grasp what trouble you're in.
Just win the case, all right? Do whatever it takes.
That's why I'm here, Detective. Make no mistake about that.
Yeah, I need the labs. I realize everybody's busy, but I asked for them 2 hours ago. Great, thank you very much.
You realize that there's a direct correlation between how you and Robin are doing and how you speak to the lab.
Not now, please.
Okay, it's the garage door opener. I mean, Terrell offered to fix it because he's a nice guy. There's no reason to get this territorial.
Lisa, unless you have something to talk to me about work, I have nothing to say to you.
Don't blame me because Robin made a new friend.
Hey, how's it going?
You are good to go.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sorry it took so long. I haven't seen a panel like that in a while. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's pretty outdated.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I could help. I want to get out of here.
Wait, did you try it?
Yeah, I did. Of course I did. You didn't hear the garage door going up and coming back down? It was doing both.
No, I was concentrating. Can I have the remote? I'd like to see for myself.
Yeah, here you go. Listen, I really need to get going, though, so...
Okay, well, hold on. Just take a second. I want to check out your work. Drum roll, please.
That sounds promising.
It does, except the garage door isn't moving. It sounds like the blender in the kitchen. Hold on, let me try again.
Wait, no, you don't want to touch. You're touching the. Okay. You know what, Robin? I should probably tell you that I may have crossed a wire.
It's okay. This is really fun.
Wait, do it again. Do it again.
Oh wow.
This tow truck is taking forever.
The dispatcher said they were busy.
Yeah, but this is so embarrassing. I mean, I thought that snow tires were supposed to be, tough.
They almost never go flat.
I know, but this one did, and I was on Sutton Street. You know what that's like. I mean, I was afraid to get out of my car. It was like I was praying and praying, just please let me get to the gas station. But I started hearing that squeaky noise, and I just knew it was the rim, and you can't drive on the rim, so I'm stuck.
And you just happened to land right out front of my house? That's amazing.
I know, well, I tried to change it myself, but it's not like I'm wearing, sensible shoes.
Oh my god, okay. I've got to go pick up the boys from my grandmother's house. So, Nicholas, you want to come with me? I'm sure the boys would love to see you.
Yeah, I don't want to wake up Aiden right now.
Oh, he won't wake up. You just pop him in his car
I
seat.
don't want him out in this cold.
Yeah, it's freezing outside.
I'm happy to wait here until you get back. I can see the boys then.
Okay, that's fine. Maybe we could finish our evening then.
Drive carefully.